hungry, and so he went to get something to eat. But we're here, and that's important. Right. Yeah. Hey, kids. All right. So I've been I started this before Christmas, and we're just going to continue it. Every season there's going to be I started 1935. This time we're doing 1936. Next season we'll do 1937, so forth and so on. I thought, if we continued, if I did this at the very beginning, we'd already be up to 1944. We tend to go through a lot of seasons during the year and such, and it's basically 12. 1 month is 1 season because we do 16 issues. I'm very interested in seeing what you guys say about this kind of thing, because these are basically very primitive comic book covers. They were with 1935. We're doing they're still in 1936. Obviously, when Superman shows up and all the superheroes start showing up, we get a little bit more complexity. But for now, it's kind of an interesting take on things. These Platinum Age comic covers. All right, let me share the
comics belong in a museum.
The comics we're going to be looking at pretty much do belong in a museum, yes. So I picked out 12 interesting 1936 comic book covers that I could find, and I wanted to make sure they were comic books and not like books like Mutt and Jeff would come in. They call them the Tijuana Bibles now. There was the Brownies, which a lot of people know as the Borrowers these days. And that was more of a hardcover, like a hardcover graphic novel. They in the Platinum Age, they knew what they wanted, but they really did play around with format a lot. Sure. And what ended up happening was they just took the format of the folded newspaper insert, and they just kind of stapled it up. And here we go. Let's go. As a matter of fact, a lot of comic book companies, their first comics were just reprinted and stapled comic strips. So that's what we're dealing with. I hope you guys enjoy this. So let's get going. I'm gonna move you in front of Eric because I know he stepped away for now.
Hello to everyone in the chat. We got Desert Rose, Jay Lucian, One Sick Dude, Cheeseburger Comics. What's up? We got Eric, Michael Taylor. I think we have one more person popped up. Dark Admiral, March Hare. Hello. Thanks for joining.
All righty. And here you go, RDV. You can start us off. And this is All American Sports Magazine.
All America. It's
All America. Sorry. Yeah.
All America. Say, that's not All American. Where's the football team? Wow. The family that sleds together goes together off the cliff.
It looks like they're racing an avalanche, actually.
That's exciting.
It does.
And there's a steering wheel on the front.
Does this say wife over story? Or what does it say?
It really does, doesn't it? Wife over story.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's the second fiddler. Trouble at the.
I can't read that one, but there you go. Thicker Than Blood. That's what the is that what the Slay story's called? Thicker Than Blood? Or it's Ice and Steel, I guess, by Edgar Kramer here.
Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yeah.
I guess. I'll go 9 on this.
Okay.
Because I want to know if they are running an avalanche.
It looks like they're. Yeah, it almost looks like, if you ever seen like a surfer and he's surfing like it's sideways and the wave almost overtakes him. That's what this looks like with an avalanche. It's like on the side, you see a wall that they got to avoid.
We need to lose weight. Drop Timmy.
There you go. All right, Amy, what do you say about this one?
This is a comic book? Was it like comic stories about sports in it? Who knows?
It's a sports magazine. A lot of them were very much like this would be text. A lot of what started the comics in the Platinum Age, if it wasn't like a newspaper strip, it was more of a pulp magazine.
Yeah,
and that's what this would be.
So this would be considered what you think of your anthologies today now, the DC Comics.
So it'd be like an editorial, maybe.
Can I disappear?
If you can't hear me,
okay, that's always fun. This hadn't happened all damn day. Now I'm disappeared.
Oh well, I mean, we can
You
still
know,
hear you.
it didn't happen the other day too because he didn't show up.
All right,
All right.
that's okay. We're still waiting.
By the time he get back, maybe Breen will be done eating his dinner.
Yeah, and then it'll all be good. And we'll figure out what this is.
All right, though. I kind of agree, though. It's like it's the Rio Dragon. It's not a comic book, but comic books were started off as anthology magazines before they actually became comic books. So it does count. Just
Like,
not.
they
It's just not. That's not what you're used to today because you're spoiled by all the good stuff that came out.
Like some of the Conan books, and a lot of those were early collections, and like those would have been written. I guess those would count as a kind of really early comic.
Well, this would be an old pulp magazine.
Yeah,
Right.
which were comic books back then. I mean, are you going to say the Marvel premieres or what are those? The magazines are not comic books because in a magazine format. Like I don't buy that. So
anyway, what do you rank the cover?
I think I'd give it a 7. It's fine.
Alrighty.
Now, if there were big waves of like snow and a Yeti chasing them, then it'd be like, wow.
But everything's made better by a Yeti.
And Eric already in the chat.
And I'm giving this an 8. I like the painted look. Snow looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. So yeah, an 8 from me. Let's check out the chat where we have Jay giving this a 7, Eric a 10, and Eric and Boyd a 5.
The Platinum Age is right after the Golden Age before the Silver, right?
No, Platinum Age was before Golden Age. So this is the Golden Age started with Superman in 1938. So the Platinum Age are the books that came out before Superman.
So comics started at Golden Age then?
No, actually, comic books started in 1935 with New Fun Comics.
Actually, the first, if you want to get technical, the first comic books were hieroglyphics on the side of a pyramid.
Well, once again, it depends on what you call a comic. Now, by the way, when I say comics, I mean what we count as comic books today, because there were. I did a book about. I did a video about a book called "The Adventures of Old Buck" or something like that on here. The very first known comic book, but that wasn't in the format that we know as a comic book today. All right. Anywho, so we had a 5, 7, and a 10. And then we've got an 8 from Desert Rose, an 8 from Dark Admiral, and a 6 from One Slick Dude. So 2 8s and a 6. Let's see. I'll give it a 6, says Ice Tops. And Cheeseburgers gives it a 5. And Ethereal says 5, boring and blurry. Alrighty, 2 5s and a 6.
Cheeseburger says something about it just doesn't say very Jamaican to him.
Right. Let's see. Cover doesn't do anything for me. 9 for the art, says Michael. And then we have, what is the, okay, well, there you go. This feels like standard magazine illustrated cover, sells a book, not a comic book cover per se. Score is a 7. It's pulp magazine. Let's see, which, by the way, is also what Conan started off and such. So, yeah. There were several compilations, collections of comic strips. They were then published as early comic books. Yep. As a matter of fact, the ones that I'm talking about were like New Fun Comics was the very first one with new stuff, and that's why it started as in 1935. All righty. So let me get the stop. There we go. And what we got here is 3 5s taking out the 1 10 and the 2 9s. And then we've got 2 6s taking out 2 of the 3 8s and 3 7s taking out the rest. But we have 2 7s left. And we start off in the 7s. All righty. Here we go. And let's see. RDV, you want to take the next one. And you get some Mickey Mouse.
Yay.
All right. So then I just started off the second one. This is my second one starting off. Oh.
No, Amy started the last. What? No, you did. Yeah, it's Amy's turn.
Yeah.
It's Amy's turn.
I don't care really either way. So.
Yeah, and this is 1930. Did you say 1936?
1936.
I mean, that's a pretty decent drawing. Like from the era, as far as I understand how Mickey was being developed at the time. And it's cute. I like the structure on the boat. It's got really neat lines with kind of the rough hewn wood. The colors are simple, but they work. I like the watercolor is, it's thin, but it's built nicely. And that's kind of a funny looking bird coming up behind him. But, appropriate for the level of detail you'd expect. The color's almost nicer than the drawings, but the drawings are good too. I think I'll give this one a 10.
All right. And how about you, RDB?
That is a 10. That is a Steamboat Willie 10 as he's going over Niagara Falls.
This
is great. Oh boy. Ah!
All right.
Or he just stole all of that and he's actually transporting illegal goods, smuggling them into the country.
Or he's got all the bananas from Donkey Kong.
Well, he's smuggling him all the dull bananas. That's how you get him into Florida.
There you go. You got the big bee defending it.
All right. Now, I like it. I'm not as so enamored that I give it a 10. It does remind me of what Dell Comics would be, though.
What eventually turns into.
Yeah. I like the water. The colors, I guess it almost looks like watercolors on the water.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm giving this a 9. I'm
Eric,
going to go 9.
What do you think, Eric?
How about you, Eric?
Ha! I'm off to look for intellectual properties.
Of course he is.
See, I have not grown up around Disney or aged, around Disney.
Yeah, what would that be like?
Well, enough to desensitize you from a 10 when you see one. That's what that would be like. Yep, that's Jay. You hate to see that.
So, what do you score this?
I said 10.
Oh, I missed it. All right.
I just made a production out of it.
Okay. Let's get to the chat where we have Cheeseburgers giving this a 7, Eric and Boyd a 10. Alrighty, we got a 7 and a 10. And then we have Desert Rose saying 9. Jay says 7. So does Ethereal saying it's fine. So we've got 2 7s and a 9. All right, Mickey Mouse well-drawn cover, era-appropriate illustration of Mickey sells the book. Score Crusoe 10. Cheeseburger saying the colors are really good. 7, I always enjoy watching the old Mickey Mouse shorts, and this reminds me of that. Me too, by the way. That's one of the reasons I like my Disney Plus.
They still have cartoons on that?
Say again?
They still have the old cartoons on
Oh, yeah,
it?
that's why I got it. I know a lot of people are complaining about Star Wars and all that shit. I said, turn off the fucking Star Wars. If you don't like it, stop fucking watching it. Disney's, every classic movie of Disney's, except for one that they should have on there, is there. Watch the cartoons. Watch the old movies you'll love. People are, Disney Plus sucks because of Star Wars. Don't fucking watch it.
Watch something else. If there's something.
Sorry about my language, but it just, I think that's the dumbest thing I hear a lot. Dark Admiral says 10. One Slick says 9.
Actually, that's not the dumbest I've heard. The dumbest I hear is Marvel Comics and DC Comics are dying.
Oh my gosh, they've been dying for 10 years. 9, cool cover, nice detail and colors. Yeah, Steamboat Willie would be steering the boat to this like this, says Michael Taylor, giving it a 9. MK says 8.
The only way they'll go away is if the price of paper goes up. They can't afford it. The price of their art supplies goes up, and then they can't publish or print anything.
Stuff being dead is dead. I mean, aren't you guys?
To be fair, comic books have been dead. They're on dead trees.
I mean, aren't you guys tired of hating things? I'm serious. I just lost four viewers saying that stop hating shit. That's a religion for you. That's as cultish. That's as cultish as we make the woke out to be.
Okay, yeah, I'm tired of hating things. I'm also tired of Marvel sucking.
Yeah, if they would do that, it'd be easier not to let. Yeah,
yeah, because this idea of, oh well, we're just hating things now, so we should start liking things, even though nothing's gotten better.
Oh yeah, right.
If it's gotten better, great. But in Marvel Comics, nothing's gotten better.
So no, that's not what we're saying.
But that's not what I'm saying.
We're talking about the things that you do like instead of talking always about things you hate.
Also,
balance it out.
There's an automatic, like, as soon as something's announced, somebody's online, and it's usually the same suspects. Somebody's online announcing how much it sucks, no matter how good it looks or anything. So yeah.
Yeah, but I stopped paying attention to that stuff. Probably, now that I'm in my 60s, I'm too old to,
like I said,
to
I'm
play
not,
in that sandbox. So
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about what I care about. And like I said, the fact that the company that I read religiously for decades has one good title.
Well, I stopped reading new comics
I
altogether, so I
used-
can't argue that.
I used to go in the comics division and say, "Do you like anything?" I mean, I understand that you talk about everything that's wrong with what's going on in the country and stuff. But is there anything that you like? Because I never hear you say anything nice about things. It's always like,
alrighty, gang. So we've got 4 7s taking out 4 of those 6 10s, 1 8. Now there's only 1 10 left, and 4 9s. Take care of that. This is a 9, ladies and gentlemen.
Why can't we just be like Eric Breen and love the Reds no matter what?
There you go. Wait, what? Do we have to love the
That's
Reds?
a sports team,
Yeah.
right?
According to everybody around here, I should love the Colts, but that ain't happening, bro. All right, let's say go for book 3.
Wait, no one said Phantom Menace. You said Colts, right?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Like I said,
Alrighty, let's see, Eric, you've got Detective Comics Weekly.
There's that guy again.
Yes.
the creepy guy, right?
Yeah, he was in two covers the other night, and here he is again.
There's a
Did the family get off the sled and now they have bicycles?
Is he a nuisance? The nuisance.
I see what you did there.
A cycling holiday. What's going on?
I'm just taking a second to look at all the details. I'm going 10. This is really detailed and really cool.
All righty. Oh, and if you guys have not yet noticed, the poll is up. I put up a poll for something, whatever you guys want to see. We've got like 5 slots left this season, so it will be done this season.
And when he says 1980s Moon Knight includes the miniseries plus the original series.
What miniseries? You mean the Khonshu thing?
The 4-issue miniseries.
I was just gonna go by number 1 through 12 of the regular series. Right. Yeah, the one that Bill Sienkiewicz or Sienkiewicz or what do you want to call the one that he ended up doing covers to. Yeah. Then we got the Silver Age Aquaman, the Golden Age Adventure Comics, and 1980s. What was it called? Johnny Quest, but I forget the company that did it. But there you go.
Oh, Calco.
Kimiko. Yeah. All right.
I thought that was a Steve Austin Aquaman.
All righty, Amy. Or RDV? What do you say about this cover? Actually, Eric, what did you say about this one?
He said 10, didn't you?
All righty, Eric. RDV.
So I'm looking at this. Mm-hmm. This is a prelude to the House of Secrets. Those kids are gonna die in the house.
Never do though.
This time they do.
Well, maybe these are the kids who die and now are haunting the House of Secrets.
It's a gripping story as they grip the handlebars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna 10. I like this. I love the art in there. Like, I don't even need the. Actually, you know what it reminds you of?
Mm-hmm.
You go look at those old posters for like Bogart and stuff like that. You know, his films. That's exact same font and stuff. How they do it, the paneling, and just.
I gotta tell you, I'm almost interested in just doing a Detective Comics Weekly or Detective Weekly show. All the ones that I've popped up here have been interesting. What do you think, Amy?
You know, it's one of these things when you're looking at like books and publications from a certain era, you have to take into perspective that this is what grows into things that you see later. So there's a little bit of appreciating the evolution of the process and rather than just looking at the image that's there. And I think that gives it some added value too. Because I mean, it's you look at this and you're kind of like, but it's no color. But I'm like, okay, yeah, but all right, so don't judge that. But what do you have here? And it's a really interesting layout. the use of negative space, it's not that lopsided. They have this figure that's kind of looming over, but he's on a raised piece of ground where that kind of makes sense. The characters are going up the hill, kind of where he is, and you can see the building. And just the way everything's framed, the way the text is across the top, and the little circle here with the secondary story, it all works together in a graphic art perspective really very well. And from a graphic art perspective, it's almost kind of modern. So for that, I think this is really well done. I'll give it a 10.
You know what's great about these books? If you play that new Indiana Jones game, you can collect as a side quest. You can get all these different like comic books in this era, but they look like he's a detective.
Oh, really?
And even, and also in Angels with Dirty Faces, James Cagney has a Detective Weekly comic that he's reading.
Oh, awesome!
Really?
Yeah.
Good. That is something. I'm giving this a 10 as well. The shading, the blacks on this are just awesome. The white people are good too. But yeah, to me, it's definitely a 10. All right, let's go to the chat.
Yeah.
And
it's a scene where he makes fun of the cops that come into his room. He's like, "Hey, I was reading about you guys right here. Look."
All right, we've got 2 8s from Jay and Eric and Boyd, a 7 from Ethereal, and a Dark Admiral 9. So it's 7, 2 8s, and a 9. Alrighty. Oh, let me get that again.
You know how you make this book perfect? You put a little
7,
bell
2
in the guy's
8s, and a
fingers.
9.
So it looks like he's ringing a bell.
Michael Taylor.
Or Yeti.
Michael Taylor says 10. Very cool cover and detail. 7 from Desert Rose. Alrighty. Next up, Freddy Krueger Dad got lots of press, says One Slick. One Slick gives it a 9. Ice Tops gives it a 9. Marani says Detective Weekly, that Freddy Krueger guy, is back on the cover. Great use of monochromatic black and white. Mystery sells the book. Score Cyclist 10. All right, so we got 2 9s and a 10. And then we've got a 6 from Cheeseburger saying, I think this cover needs a little bit of color. Good artwork, though. Give it a 6. Yeah, but once again, this is 1936. You know, like I said, these are going to be more primitive covers than we're used to seeing.
Right.
Comico, and I have that complete run, says One Slick. What to do this season? How about Henry's picks covers based on the artist? So, like, you want to pick the cover. Henry wants you to pick the cover based on the artist. So you want everybody to say, okay, it's Henry's turn. He's going to pick the artist and their covers.
I already voted for Aquaman.
Well, it can't be this one. The poll's already up.
I know.
But it does make me think maybe tomorrow's poll, I'll put Henry up with 3 other of our viewers and just random and whomever gets voted for.
I gotta say thank you for showing these covers. That were done by Primitives.
I know.
Eric Breen, you were very talented.
Yes. MK says 10 horror vibes. I like it. Alrighty, let's see. 10 for me, says Ollie Pong. How you doing, guys? 9. It's pretty cool, says Henry. Alrighty. And let's see. Hello, Ice Tops. Usually these covers seem to be black and white. Says the Detective Weeklies are, but they're always so good. Alrighty, let's see. We've got. I think that's that. So let me get the stop.
Like I said, these are probably painted, and then they turn them into a stamp or something like that.
Okay. And let's see. Go for 4. And that'll be for next time. And let's see where we are here. We have, let's see, 1 5, 2 6s, and 2 8s. And that takes out 5 of the 10s. Then we've got 4 9s taking out the last 3 10s. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 9. We are in search of our first 10. And wondering, are we going to get it this time?
Yay!
We've had shows where there weren't 10s. All right, let's go for 4. I'm starting us off on this one, and it is something. Great Aunt Lavina by Joseph C. Lincoln.
What? Oh.
Okay, so here we go. We've got, is that drugs in the suitcase? I thought it was money the first time I saw this. I like the background details, although I'm wondering, you point this out sometimes when people don't differentiate between a wall and a floor. In the background, is that bureau, is that a picture of a bureau, or is it supposed to be up against a window, which is what it looks like? The sepia tone also there, you could tell is an old cover because it looks like it's been scraped, or at least it might be in a bag when they scanned it. I do like the reflection of the door in the mirror, though. Good artwork. I'm going to give this a 9. How about you, Eric? Or RDV's next, sorry.
Well, to the right behind the old lady is an actual window outside. She's got a little dresser there. Or she's on a shelf.
Yeah, but it looks like it's on the wall rather than the
It's well mounted. It's probably like a vase. Actually, look at it closer. It looks like a vase. Or it might be this might be the regular shelf. I don't know. But it's a window right behind it, though.
Okay.
They're in the old school houses. Look at they had small windows. Sometimes. Yeah, I guess she just got the news, and yeah, I don't know. I don't know why the cop's there though. But she looks like she's staring at us who walked in the room. And she's like,
I know. It's like she's beating. It's right there.
Am I in the haunted mansion?
Have a going, Geek Hero. Take care. Be safe, man.
I'm gonna give 10 on this. I like this just because the old lady just stares into my soul.
I know, right? She's burning a hole through it. All right. So, what do you think, Amy?
I'm trying to figure out what this book is. The first reference that came up to Great Aunt Lavina was actually with the Addams Family. Apparently, she was a relative of theirs in one of the movies.
Huh.
But it looks like there's you can find some archives of it, but it seems like I don't know if it's something like a slice of life or a mystery or exactly what it's supposed to be. Which I guess isn't as important as how the cover looks, but it's still kind of interesting. But as a cover goes, I mean, it's a heck of a painting. And it's certainly mysterious looking. I guess I'll give it a 10 and go back to reading. What is this?
All righty. Eric, what do you think?
What do you mean there's no opium in this ship? What?
She hangs out with
Anna
Watson.
Well, now she doesn't have. She's got to pimp her granddaughter out. I'm gonna get you this. I don't know if you can Kevin Bacon this to a comic book, but it is a very good piece of art.
Well, admittedly, I do include for the Platinum Age, I'm including pulp magazines.
Yeah, I'm guessing this probably would be the one to be left on the newsstand at the end of the month. It doesn't look quite as exciting as some of the other pulps of that era.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give us a 10 because I said it is a very nice piece of art.
All right. Okay, let's see what the chat has to say. We got a 7 from Jay. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7. And let's see, looks like a picture says cheeseburger. 10 for the title and author name alone, says Dark Admiral. All righty, and then we have 8 for Whistler's mother, says One Slick. And we've got this cover doesn't do anything for me, 8 for the art. All righty, and that was from Michael. And we've got, sorry, the video wasn't synchronized. This gets a 7, says Ollie Pong. All righties. Let's see what we got. Good detail, but I don't like it. You don't like good detail or the cover itself? Cheeseburger says 3. All righty. And then we have 6 from Ethereal Dragon. All right. And we have Pure Nightmare Fuel, says Dark Admiral. Lavina, that's a hot water bottle in the suitcase. Bureau with mirror in the background, well drawn. Does sell the book. Maybe Widow in the far right background past Lavina. Score an evil old lady 8. Okay, and let's see. We got a 7 from Ice Tops. And have a good night there, Eric and Boyd. By the way, this cover is actually a dust jacket for a book. Hey, I got to tell you, I looked up 1936 comics and this popped up. So I assumed it was a, yeah, there you go. So maybe I make a mistake. Who cares? I raised to 10. The art's better than an 8. All righty, will do. Now we got a 7 and a 10. And I will get rid of one of those 8s. All right. Let's see the cover, and there we go. I'll get the stop. Boom, boom. And let's see what we got here. We've got a 3 taking out one of those 5 10s, and then a 6 taking out another. There's only 3 left, and that is taken by the 7s. And then we've got 2 8s dropping, the 1 9, and this is an 8, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we might not get a 10 tonight. See, but there are some interesting things coming up for sure. All right, let's move on to book 5. And RDV, you're leading us off again with Flash Gordon and the Caverns of Mongo.
Go.
Wow, what a strange book. Flash Gordon's not even on the cover. Just some guy in a diaper and he has dog ears?
Looks
Yeah,
like
kind of, yes.
And a holster.
And he's going against aliens from Mars?
The green bug cape man.
No, I think those are those capes? I thought there was wings at first. I guess they are capes.
Yeah, the hide all is their body hair. It always weirds me out when I hear people have specific aliens having guns.
And you notice they have the same guns, the same blue ones? Like, did Flash Gordon steal one of theirs and go after them? Or have they just come to Earth and went, these look like weapons, and figured it out? But they don't really blend color-wise with the palette for either of
They
them.
probably all get on a surplus of one guy who's smuggling all the weapons. Anyway, this is a weird cover. I can go 7. It just looks like somebody took a modern book and tried to do it in their own indie book style of this. It looks like Tumblr.
Okay. Amy, what do you think?
It certainly is. It certainly is kind of an interesting piece. I would say structurally it has some issues, but some of the designs, like the shapes they have for the aliens, are really unusual. Because I haven't really seen shapes and forms being incorporated into art like this up to this point, or really from it, I have to give it some credit just for doing something different with their shapes. And the layout's all right. I think I'll give it in its own kind of weird way, I'll give it an 8.
Alrighty.
Got
So
something in there that's a little interesting.
So we got a 7. We've got a 7. We got an 8. Eric, what do you think?
I don't think I can go that high.
All right.
I'm just not feeling this.
Mhm.
I don't know. It seems like there's no effort. I mean, I'm gonna get 6.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go 8 because I think for the time it's interesting. I think at the time also you would be looking at the green guys going, "What the hell's going on here? I got to check this out." The costume choice for Flash Gordon is a bit off, but there you go. I'm saying 8 on this one as well. Let's go to the chat where Patrick is giving this a 6 and MK is saying 5. Not good, says Cheeseburger, giving this a 2. So we got a 5, a 6, and a 2. Let's see, 9 from Jay, 7 from Desert Rose. There we go. Considering the time period, I'll give it a 10, says Dark Admiral. Alrighty. And we have Flash Gordon. This has comic book cover feel, well rendered for this era. Mystery sells the book. Score a Mongo 10, says Maranya. The aliens are naked, says Cheeseburgers. Ouch, I'm going to give it a 4, says Ice Tops. And then we've got, let's see, aliens don't have the same morality as humans do about clothes and modesty. So this is correct. One Slick says 7. It looks like the guy who delivers flowers. That's true. Give it a 5. And then Michael Taylor says, I like these Flash Gordons, but the cover is a 7. All right. Then we have an 8 from Ollie Pong saying for the green Michael Jackson. So we've got 5, 2 7s, and an 8. I do 5, 2 7s, and an 8. It doesn't look like Alex Raymond stuff I've seen in yet. All right, let's get the stop. Here we go. The FTF guy. All right, so what we got is 1, 2, knocking out one of those 10s, and then 4 takes out the last one. We got 2 5s taking out the 1 9 and one of the 8s. So there's only 2 left of those, which the 6s take out, leaving 4 7s. And this one hits the 7 column. Alrighty. Excuse me. Oh, I skipped Jay. Let's see. Where is
all I saw from him was him talking about sports ball, so I figured he wasn't playing.
And it's he gave it a 9. All right.
The game or this?
So let's see. 1 2 gone. 1 2 gone.
Jake gave it a 9.
2 gone. Okay, still 7. All right.
Did your 3 get skipped, Ethereal Dragon? No.
No. Wait, yes. So 1 2 3. That takes out that. 2 takes out. It's still a 7. All right.
I like this cover. I like it.
I like the Wizard of Oz. Okay, here we go. It's a go for 6, and if I had 4, that would be RDV. This one is for Amy, and you have.
What do I have?
Murder
Ooh.
Stalks the Mayor by RTM Scott.
Well, it's an interesting hat. You got to give it points for the hat. Let's see. Murder Stalks the Mayor. A murder mystery is. Wait. It's a $2 murder mystery for 25 cents? Is that
There
a
you go.
bargain?
I guess it is.
I guess that is a bargain. Okay. Well, if you can get yourself a $2 murder mystery for 25 cents, you better snatch that up. Yeah, okay. I love a bargain in a top hat. I'll give this a 10.
All righty. And how about you, Eric?
I am inclined to agree. I'm liking this more the longer I look at it, so I'm going to say 10.
All righty. And RDV?
Murder Stalks the Mayor. Wow. That's the mayor? He looks like a magician. Mandrake?
Is it like the mayor of Townsville?
Oh, it's 6. Also, I just learned that James Woods, his house is still there. And he got burned down.
Oh, that's nice. He said somebody was helping him out.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, and what'd you say? I'm sorry. What was your score?
6. Actually, think it back. That's Martin Stein. That's from what was it? Flash?
Oh, yeah?
The Professor?
Oh,
And Marianne?
from the new Flash series?
Yeah, the CW Flash series.
Oh, I've heard that's really good.
It started off good, and then it is.
yeah, everything
Oh, okay. I see who you're saying. All right.
yeah, Firestorm.
The Legends. The Legends.
Well, he ended up becoming joining the Legends, but he started off on Flash.
Yep. All right. Let's get to the chat. Oh, wait. What would I give this? I like the shading. I'm gonna give this a 7. All right.
That's
I give you 2 hoodlums, 5 seconds, and then I'm pulling this rabbit out of this
Desert
hat.
Rose says 6. Jay says 4. Michael Taylor says 9. Cheeseburger says 4. All righty. And then let's see, a 6 and a 9. Alrighty. Let's see. 5, generic. He looks more annoyed than afraid, says Ethereal.
Well, yeah.
And then we have a 9 from Dark Admiral and an 8 from One Slick. Going to have to change this to Dust Jacket ranking. Or we just rank them. Don't give a shit. Let's see. It's bland and basic, says Jay. I'll say 7. Looks like old school New York town already. This is okay. All righty. Mayor, well-rendered black and white storytelling cover, sells the book Back in the Day. Upper class people dress well, including top hats and tuxedos. Score a Mayor 10. All righty. And let's see. 10 for my tops. I like this. Mysterious. Interesting. That's a 9. All right. So we got a 10 and a 9. Let's see. The hat is a bit off. The hat is a little off center, too small, but still a very good cover. 8 for Mayor Boris Karloff, says Henry. Okay. And let's see. Don't forget to give a like. That is a good idea. Yes. Please hit that like button.
Don't forget to? Okay, forget.
Yeah. Yes. All righty, let's get the stop there. And we've got, let's see, 2 4s taking out the 2 of the 4 10s. And then we've got 1 5 taking out another. There's 1 left. And 2 6s knocks out that last 10 and 1 of the 3 9s. The 7s take out the last of the 9s, leaving 2 8s standing. And this is an 8. All righty. There we go. And let's see. Let's go for book 6. There we go. And let's see. That would be Eric. And you have Bedtime Tales.
Why is monkeys?
You know, that's why I included this one.
Okay.
In all honesty, it was the monkeys. I mean, there were a couple where they're like in front of mirrors. There was one up a tree, which I'll show you in the rejects. And this one had monkeys. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the one that has the monkeys.
Yep, that was the right decision. It's like, what?
What do you think, Eric?
Monkeys.
Monkeys.
Yeah, monkeys.
This one has monkeys. Yes.
It's, you know, I said, there I was at the newsstand. Where to spend my 2 bits? Spicy Tales had a scantily clad woman where the nefarious bad guys were about to do unspeakable things to her.
And by the way, Dark Admiral did point out the monkey has a bra.
I reached for but then I saw monkeys
Right?
with a scantily clad woman about to do well, who cares?
Circus tricks? Hey.
I'm on the 2nd story. 10. And just for the sheer what the bleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to have monkeys. I didn't notice one monkey is holding a bra, which Dark Admiral did, but there you go.
Okay, well, one monkey's got game.
I know, right?
Yes, it's the other
What is the other monkey pointing at?
The bra. It was pointing at the one with the bra.
Exactly.
one.
What do you think, RDV?
Yeah, what are you going to do with that?
I'm just going to point out that these are supposed to be monkeys, but why are they the size of rats?
Spider monkeys?
Yeah.
They're really small monkeys. I mean, look at like they're the size of her foot.
They're small cartoon monkeys.
And she does she got them on a leash?
I don't know.
You get unexpected monkeys and you're complaining about the size.
Well, I wish they had a bigger part in this book, you know.
Well, then they'd just be taking up. They'd be blocking those gams. Something.
Well, that's what the monkey's pointing to. Look at that gam. Yeah, this is 10. I mean, some people like the monkeys that sing. I like these monkeys.
Alrighty. Yeah, this is a fun. This is actually a fun cover when you're looking at it. It's weird. It's there you go.
What movie star would that be though?
I
based on
don't
that?
think it is.
Yeah,
It's a pulp magazine.
I know about the hairstyle, the look.
Uh-huh.
Does it remind you of any
Mhm.
movie star, Golden Age?
Most of these that I've shown have actually been pulps. So, all right, yeah. Let's see. We are Amy. What do you started us off? Okay. Yeah. What the hell? I'm going to continue the 10 train. Let's see what we got. Michael Taylor says 10. Ethereal says 9. Jay says 10. Alrighty. So 2 10s and a 9. There we go. Why does the monkey have a bra? We have no idea, Dark Admiral, but you gave it a 10. Go for 7, you meanie. What? Oh, did I get the wrong book again? Yep. It's okay. No problem. We know. We know what
You were distracted by the monkeys.
Oh, the monkeys just distracted me.
Oh
I
my-
gotta say one thing also. The standard of beauty is a little bit different. And we recently had a big debate on, not we, like personal, but I saw a big debate on Twitter. Is Sydney Sweeney actually hot because she looks fat? She doesn't look fat at all. It's just that nowadays, some people like that rail look
Oh,
with the abs and everything. Like a girl can't have any body fat or anything. And I noticed this is not in that case, and it still looks good. All right, let's see. Not monkeying around this time, says MK, giving it a 10. 10 monkeys, enough said. Then we have an 8 from Desert Rose. So we got 2 10s and an 8. 1, 2, and an 8. And next up, Sexy Monkey Madness. It's a very good cover. It's an 8, says Henry James. And then we've got, I'll give it a 4, says Cheeseburger. Every party has a pooper. That's what we invited you. Cheeseburger and Comics. Bedtime Tales. Oh my, the very cheesecake woman of a time has monkeys as pets. Female monkey is undressed with a bra. Male monkey is shocked. Score a bedtime 10. Maybe that's it. The female has took off the clothes and the other monkey's going, ooh, naked. 7 bought from one slick. I think that's the lady monkey, dirty monkey. All right, let me get that 7, 9, 8, and here's a 7. She looks stoned. I don't know about this one. 8 for the monkeys, I guess. And then we have this cover was painted in an opium 10. All righty, there we go. Let's get the stop.
monkeys.
Okay, let's this. I think this is a 10. We'll find out. We have 1 3, 1 7, 3 8s, and 1 9 trying to take down 10 10s and failing.
Do that. Why would you put brown gravy on French fries?
Oh, that's a thing for some
The guy that ate the right side of the menu in diner did.
It's so gross.
Oh,
That's-
that's awesome.
It's poutine. You throw in cheese curds and it works.
First 2 letters, poo.
Oh, did I miss you? Sorry. But, oh yeah, I counted that. I counted your 10, Maranya. I read it off. Alrighty, so let's see. We got stop, and then it's go for book 8, which is my turn.
cake.
This is one by the way, I just picked out a whole bunch of books. I didn't put them in any kind of order, so the best isn't necessary for the last or anything like I normally do. And for this one, we have Dr. Yin Sin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what are we looking at here? We got what looks like, 2 guys. This is in a dungeon. The mystery of the Sing Sing mummies and the invisible peril. So we've got a woman and 2 guys chained up, and I'm thinking that's Dr. Yin Sin. Or is Dr. Yin Sin the guy that's bursting in to try to save everybody?
No,
Why is there a light shining on one of the torture victims? That's a big question. But 1, I like the painting. 2, the guy who is hanging, that we're actually seeing, who looks emaciated, that is done very well, especially with the sunken cheeks. I'm giving this a 10. I like the painting on this.
I'm guessing Dr. Jensen is probably the guy on the left with the gun.
Could be. What would you give this RDV? I like this painting.
Well, the guy in the back, his next role, starting role, is going to be in Dawn of the Dead.
All right.
In the hospital bed, goes brains. Yeah, the guy turned on the switch on the I guess was a radio or electrocution thing. He might be electrocuting the guy. I don't know. So as I think the guy on the left is probably the bad guy.
Okay.
Not sure what the guy on the right is. Maybe it's a guy get captive, getting ready to try to tackle him. They stopped with a gun. But yeah, I'll go 9 with this.
All righty.
He lived long.
How about you, Amy?
Well, I mean, it does have a shameful lack of monkeys.
Yeah, most lack of monkeys is shameful.
But it is well painted and the arrangement seems pretty good. I mean, it's fine, but it's also technically well done. I think I'll give it an 8. Yeah.
All right. And Eric.
This is a very well done cover. And this poor guy is just trying to find somebody that can tell him how to change the station on this thing.
Yeah, that is a shame. This is pretty tricked out switches.
Yeah, he's got to be a game on somewhere.
Right? Anybody want it?
This is a 10.
All righty. And let's go to the chat. And we have, let's see, pop that up there. And we have Jay giving it a 10 as well as the Crazy Hungarian. Hello to the Crazy Hungarian. Dark Admiral. All right, so we got 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. And then we have Desert Rose giving this a 10. Michael Taylor, fantastic art and details, giving it a 10. Ethereal says 9. All right, so we got 2 more and a 9. And let's see. Dr. Yinsen, it's a very good painting. It's awesome. It's a 9, says Henry. All righty. And then we have, I definitely picked this one up on a comic book store, says Ollie Pong. Ollie Pong gives it a 10. And we also have Maranya Yinsen, stereotypical peril in the Orient. Well rendered, sells the book to an audience that craves this sort of thing. Score a mystery 9. And then we have a 7 from MK. And we have a 10 from Ice Tops. Next up, we have 9. The price range on this book is between $550 to $1,500.
So if you find it for 10 cents, just get it.
Yes. And the library gives this a 9. All righty, kids. Let me get the stop. If we have a light, by the way, hello to library. And let's see, let's get the stop. And if we have any late votes, please put them on in there. If it changes anything, we will change it. But as it stands, we've got
Library no books.
We've got 1 7 and 1 8 taking out 2 of those 9 10s, and then we've got 5 9s. And that takes out all but 2 10s. But this does end up in the 10 column. All righty, cool.
Hi, library.
There we go. And let's see. Next up, well, it's better late than never, and we do appreciate you joining us. Let's say go for book 9. You know what? Before we do this, if you don't, you know what? Let's take a little. Here we go. I know what I need to do here. Let's get that. We'll take all of these here, and we'll take all of these here. And then we'll take this, and that. All right. Just for fun, let's check out the rejects. Usually I show it at the end of the day, or at the end of the show, but by then, One Slick and Admiral take off and everything. So why not? Say again?
Everybody's headed to bed by then. Like, oh,
yeah. So I figure, what the heck? Let's show off. These are the ones that were in contention, but I ended up choosing the others. I like this. I thought this was a good political message with,
cover is still over the top of them?
Oh, well, thank you for pointing that out. And let's get that down. And here we go. These are the rejects.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm sure you're going to find something you like better.
Oh,
Live
that's
and let live.
cool.
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Live and let
That is
die.
neat.
Live and let die. I wondered if I wanted to include a coloring book because I really do like that animated version of it was a Fleischer cartoon, the Gulliver's Travels. This was the other Mickey Mouse.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny, though, isn't it? Having a coloring book. Like, yeah, you're not getting that results with crayons. Nope. You can
Yeah.
go over that 100 times and you're not getting oil pastels out of crayons.
The Great Diamond Syndicate by Nicholas Carter.
Sounds exciting.
Vice Squad Detective Magazine.
Pew pew. That's how guns work. Oh.
A treasure chest of nursery favorites. And you can see, Little Red Riding Hood, the Three Pigs, not Alice, but Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Puss in Boots. This is the other, one of the other cheesecakes.
That's
I did. It was the face kind of it was a little bit off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The colors are interesting.
Yeah, and then then there's these Detective Comics weeklies and such. So
They have a very consistent style, don't they?
yeah,
Whoop.
I like this one. This was almost chosen. I think we did this one before.
Mhm.
That one I thought was a bit busy.
It is. It's a little
Yeah,
muddy almost. It's hard to kind of read the silhouettes. But
but
the
you
large faces up here are interesting.
got basically these the white people are about to be eaten by the black people. That's basically what's going on.
Is that a giant foot?
Oh, and this is the one I actually chose. But there you
yeah.
go.
Oh,
Here's
those
the
are
Hui annual.
nice dresses.
I think so too. I like, yeah.
Yeah, the shoes are really cute too.
Oh, the
Or
special
the-
sauce. Wait, the special sauce is in the sewer?
What? Oh no.
Hey,
I love
Tony, two without. I think that's some sort of sexual joke. But I would have to point out that blonde's shirt for the time. Is that way too low?
It does
Yeah.
seem a little risque.
Yeah. And this was one of the other spicy books. It was just, yeah, that's very phallic with the tree. But the monkeys had to win. The monkeys had to win.
Please.
Yeah.
Oh, 13.
Yeah, this was up there for a bit, but then in the end, I love the Big Little books. I'm a huge fan, but I thought this was a little bit too simple.
Mm.
And then this one, this was the last book cut because I just liked it.
That one should have made it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, it really is a good cover. It really is, and it was the last book cut.
Maybe it's love, definitely infidelity.
There you go. We got a Popeye,
Well, yeah, that's not their kid. That's his old man.
right? And there you go. Those were the rejects for
Very
this
interesting
show.
pieces, though.
Yeah. But yeah, I like I said, I dig checking these comics out, these covers we may or may not have seen. Obviously with 1936, you probably haven't seen a lot of these. And I know I put in a whole bunch of pulp magazines, and apparently, according to one Slick, an actual book. But I'm not going to worry about it. It's all in good fun. Let's go for book 9, which means it is with RDV. And we're rounding the last corner here, and we are. Here you go. Sudden Death at Scotland Yard.
Bagora! He's asleep on the job. Had too many
Aye.
dickies. Why didn't he tell me that he was drinking without me?
This is coming out of his bonus.
Oh my gosh. I mean, he had a hard day's night.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sleeping like a log.
Like, you see?
That guy behind him, though.
That was pretty clever, by the way. I do have to give you props for that one.
Someone needs to prop that guy up. He's fallen over. He's fallen kilter.
Off kilter?
Off kilter now. Yeah. gonna go. If you ignore the void behind them, where they ran from, it actually is a pretty cool scene. So I'm gonna go 10.
Yeah, I take it like Dell Comics. You know, it's just you just don't get a background sometimes.
I
You
mean-
got it. What'd you say? What'd you say?
It's a 10.
Okay. And how about you, Amy?
I do get that sometimes you just don't get a background, and I think sometimes that can be used to advantage when you're really trying to focus your attention in a particular place.
Mhm.
I feel like the focus on this is maybe a little muddled, and the guy behind the detective, I'm guessing he's a detective walking up, he's got kind of a goofy face, which isn't bad, but it is kind of funny. It almost feels like the artist was painting to the edge of the canvas and didn't really have room to. Nope, that's what he was doing, painting to the edge of the canvas and didn't have room to finish blocking everything. Okay. It's fine. I think I'll give it. I'll give it an 8. Yeah.
Alrighty. And how about you, Eric?
Jimmy, me boyo. With Gora, Sergeant Hitler. See if you can find help.
No. Is he an Irish cop?
No, the guy behind him was the ex-chancellor of Germany.
Not an Irish cop then.
No, probably not. I'm giving it 10 on my imagination alone.
There you go. Well, you know what? If it stirs your imagination, that's worth a 10.
Alrighty.
Would be better with monkeys.
It would.
Everything
Yeah, I
would
said,
be-
yeah, Hitler out, monkeys in.
That'd be amazing. That'd be 10 all day long.
Lieutenant Sergeant Chimp. Yeah.
Hey, Melissa, what's up?
Hi, I kind of snuck in. I was taking care of some family stuff, and
Melissa's like, hey, what you guys up to?
what's up to? And it's like, oh, cover.
Alrighty. Well, do you want to chime in here?
Oh, this one. Yeah, yeah.
The comics from 1936.
Ah,
What covers?
so that was like before. That's why they could get away with the mustache then, and
Right.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, it would have been.
he would have been maybe,
Actually, yeah, 1936 would have been the before we started hearing about him. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So, that poor detective guy looks concerned. It's interesting, isn't it?
Mhm.
It just, I think I'll give it an 8.
All right. And I'm going to agree with you. Okay, let's go to the chat here. And Jay says 7. Dark Admiral says 9. Worked himself to death. It's a 7, says Henry. So 2 7s and a 9. Alrighty. And next up, good finish. Thank you. Library and One Slick also chime in with a 7 each. 9, book 9, colorized scene from a black and white gangster movie of the day. Just enough detail to set the scene. Score a Bagara 10. Alrighty, 7 from Desert Road and an 8 from Michael Taylor. 5, generic yellow is a bad choice for a murder backup, says Ethereal. All right, we got a 5, 8, and 7. A 5, an 8, and a 7. And then we have a 9 from Ice Tops. And let's see. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Melissa. Ahoy, Melissa. And an MK9.
Oh, yeah, Admiral.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I had to move away from the PC. This is a 10, says Ollie Pong. Alrighty. And let me get the stop. And if you have a late vote, just add it right on in there. But for now, what we got is 1 5, taking out one of those 3 10s. 5 7s, or 4 10s, I meant. 5 7s takes out 3 10s, 2 of the 9s. 4 8s takes out the last 9. This is an 8, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, cool, and cool. And we are getting towards the end. That is book number 9. We are on number 10. Already of 12, of course. So let me go for book 10. Alrighty. And I do believe, let's see, if I'm 8, that would be RDV is 9. And that would mean that Melissa and Amy,
I'm actually 10 years old.
you are book number 10. Had to include a Western.
All right, finally a cover with Amy on it. She got tired of you posting all those bad, scary covers.
Okay.
She already took out Eric on the bottom there.
What? Oh, explain.
Eric got caught in the
Whoa! He said you were about to kill me. You didn't say, "Oh no, Englantine's fine."
I'm dead.
You just
Tim.
okay.
You're good.
Eric's like,
You're fine.
I know. Here's the twist, though. Eric jumped in the line of fire to get out of the options.
All righty, Amy and Melissa, what do you think?
I really hope you all come out of this okay.
Yeah, this is
That's
I love it.
Okay, this is
this is really cool. Oh, sorry.
it,
Go
it's
ahead.
it definitely feels stronger than the last entry,
Mhm.
especially with the lettering and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Good paintwork. Let's use Flash Shadow. It's very impressive. Yeah, I think I'll give it a 9. Go ahead, sis.
All righty, Amy.
Oh, this is great. I don't know why there's a bucket of blue paint there, but apparently it's worth fighting for.
It's water.
So, you think so? No, could be. I like this. It's it's cool. I hope everything turns out okay for them. Oh, almost. There's Cliff Farrell. Maybe he has a friend. Cliff Cornwall. We'll see. But yeah, this is fun. I'll give it a 10.
Yep.
All righty.
Amy taking out the competition. That's me grabbing Eric. He's like, Eric, I need you for the rating still.
Eric, what do you think?
Eric, you gotta be okay.
Amy, why tarnation are you shooting at the monkeys? You're supposed to be shooting cloblobs.
I think I gotta fix the sight on this thing. Hold on.
Yeah, in spite of Amy, yeah, just shooting the monkeys, I've got to give us a 10.
Oh, poor monkeys. I'll get band-aids.
All righty.
Are you a good shot? That'll depend on how big the band-aids need to be.
Well, she's not driving.
Come on.
Okay, and RDV.
I'll go back to my 10 again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so then who am I missing? I've got
You.
Eric. No, Amy or Melissa. What did y'all give it?
I gave it a 9.
Amy gave it a 10. RDV
10.
10. Okay, so
Eric
there
gave
we
it a
go.
10.
All right, we're good. We're good. I got all 5 of us. Jay says 9, and that's a really cool 10. Says that's really cool. 10 says Ollie Pong. So we got a 9 and a 10. All righty, then we've got Amy is fending off those filthy monkeys. Dark Admiral says 10. MK says 10. The girl with a gun is just something didn't expect for this time period. Okay, don't go messing with girls with guns. Michael Taylor says 10. Ethereal says 8. Nice Top says 10. 1, 2, and an 8. Let's see. Monkeys hate water. If you throw on them, more monkeys pop out their back. That is true. I saw that in a movie once. One Slick says 8. 10 for the stunning rifle woman, the lifting rifle, the lilting rifle shadow, the Al Hoot lawman, and the spilling bucket composition, says the library. And then we have Big Book Western, a little bit muddy, especially the guy in the yellow shirt's legs. Okay, and I like the bucket. It's an 8, says Henry. Okay.
I like
Let's see. I live in Brazil, and that's a fact on the ones here at Dark Admiral. Monkeys hate. Oh, okay. The monkeys hating water thing. Gal's got to defend herself, and there we go. All right, let's get the stop. If there's a last-minute vote, just put it on in there. If it changes anything, we'll change it.
Mhm.
But for now, we've got 2 8s and 3 9s trying to stop 9 10s, and we've got our third 10 of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty, cool, and cool. The next one I think is going to be a little bit too simple for a 10, but based on who it is, I hope you guys enjoy. It will be, I believe that was Amy and Melissa, right? No, that was Eric.
I don't think I led this one off. Beckman did, I think.
No, that was Amy and Melissa. This time it's Eric.
No.
So let me get the go for book 11. Go for book 11.
Actually, I let this one off.
No, that can't be right. You did 9. You did the sudden death.
Hey, you asked me first.
Whatever. Eric, it's all you, man, and you get Blondie and Dagwood.
Oh, cool.
Blondie and Dagwood are some of my favorite movies and the comic strip. I had to include, even though this is very simple, I had to include it. Yeah.
I think I'm going to give this one a 6.
All righty.
It is
And
simple.
say again.
It is simple. It
It
looks
really
like
is.
Dagwood's trying to put on another pair of pants.
I think he is. I actually
Isn't
think
that
he
been
is,
a
and
rush?
that's the joke. Because one of the Blondie and Dagwood running jokes is he's always late for work, so he's always rushing out the door. So him trying to put on a pair of pants as a jacket is very apropos.
You know that's the wraparound cover, and the other side, the poor mailman's got
Mhm.
Right. Okay, so RDV, what do you think?
Well, if you look at the baby down there, they're standing there very studiously observing as her father runs into the mailman.
This is important.
Or his father is the mailman?
Why do you gotta go there? It was a
Did you-
family-friendly book.
You read Blondie, didn't you? I mean, because as I said, when he would rush out of the house, he would smash the mailman every
Yeah,
morning.
all the time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not the wife. He would.
Smash meant a different thing back then.
All right. This is the 10.
Alrighty. And how about you, Amy and Melissa?
It is a really simple image, but I like the way that the trade dress is done on it, and
Mhm.
simple, but a clean arch with a little line above it. The font's nice. The colors all come together really well. It's kind of uniformly warm, but it uses a lot of cool tones as an accent, and they're really smartly put together. So it's really simple, but the pieces that are there are done really well. And Blondie's still pretty darn cool. So I'll give it a 10.
Alrighty, Melissa.
Yeah, I'm with Amy on like the that Art Deco like font on top.
Mhm.
That's cool. It's kind of interesting seeing these iconic characters in their earlier iterations.
Yeah.
Wow, these guys have a lot of history.
It is amazing.
I think it's honestly one of my favorite entries so far. Yeah, I think I'll give it a 10 too.
Alrighty. And let's see. RDV, we got you. RDV, it's your turn.
Yes. Well, if you see that little kid down there, she's standing there stillly watching her father run out the door about to run into the mailman.
That's a hint. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
His name's Baby Dumplings.
Baby dumplings?
Baby Dumpling. Yeah.
Eric, you want to tell the rest?
What?
It's okay.
What score would you give this, RDV?
Well, I'll give it a 10 again, as I gave it
Oh,
before.
wait, did I do you? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, no, I do have all 4 scores. I just messed up. Alrighty, I'm giving this a 9. Let's go to the chat. And
That's what I was
again,
trying to
just
see if
did
you
that
remembered my
again.
story.
8 from Dark Admiral, 6 from Michael Taylor. Alrighty, there you go. And then we have Blondie and Dagwood. Simple sells the book to target audience, well rendered to the character likeness of the time. Score Baby Dumpling 10, says Maranya. Blondie and Dagwood, very iconic, recognizable style. It's an 8 from Henry. We have hey, it's Charlie Brown. Haha, just a funny cover, says MK, giving it a 9. And then we've got 5, very meh, says 5 tops. 5 from Ethereal, saying needs the other half. Says okay, and then one slick gives it an 8. So we got 2 5s and an 8. Alrighty. Let's see. That's a 7. I don't like the difference between them in terms of art styles, says Ollie. Between Blondie and Dagwood. Alrighty. Let's see. That's 10, 9, 8. Here's the 7s. And then we've got an 8 from Desert Rose. 10 for the pure deco iconic cartoon beauty here. Characters would never look this enchanting again. Half Maxified Parrish, half Windsor McKay, a pure time capsule that still has life to it. By the way, Maxfield, I appreciate that. I do appreciate the Windsor McKay reference as well. All right, so let's give that a 10 from the library. I agree with him and Melissa. Cool trade dress, best part of the cover. Raised to an 8 for the trade dress, says Michael Taylor. All righty. Blondie was former flapper, hence her glam style compared to Everyman Dagwood. And maybe it's just where I'm young, but I don't think I've ever heard of these characters. It may just be that they were very popular newspaper strips before they made their way into comics. They're part of King Comics and a whole bunch of the older stuff, but they really didn't. I guess no. The Blondie and Dagwood did make it to the 90s. I don't remember seeing it too much afterwards, but yeah. All right. And by the way, they do have a lot of like in the 1940s, they did a lot of movies that are a hell of a lot of fun. So I do recommend those. All right, let's get to stop. And we've got 2 5s and 2 6s, taking out 4 of the 5 10s, but then we've got 5 8s, and they take out the last 10 and both 9s, and the 8s are standing. All righty. Like I said, I didn't think that would have made a 10, but I needed to include Dagwood.
Oh, sure. From that era, absolutely.
All righty. And let's see. We are on the last book of the night. So let me put go for book 10. Hopefully or 12. It is not a disappointment. So, but we'll find that out momentarily. And it's my turn to lead us off. And this is Bobby Benson and the Lost Herd.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. All right. So we have another Western. The horses and the cows are actually drawn very well. I like the speed without motion lines. It actually looks like they're running fast, but you don't have the motion lines going on. They did it instead by blurring the ground around them. And I kind of like that. The hair that on the horses kind of flapping backwards. I thought that was a very good way of showing the fact that they're running. And you do see the smoke from the guns and the fact that is also going for it. So you get that sense of motion without the blur lines. Well painted. Looks good to me. I'm going to give this an 8. All righty. What about you, RDV?
Well, it's nice to see that back then that Peter David and Chuck Dixon could come together and write this book together.
Well, there you go. It's Peter and Dixon. Yes.
I prefer Smith and Jones, but can't win all of them. I'll go 8 on this because right now, like they're just they're chasing down a herd of cows that got lost.
Yeah, it's a lost herd. They're trying to find the herd. Yeah,
I didn't hear that. Did you?
Frazetta did a lot of work for Bobby Benson and his barbecue riders.
You know, we get that cameo by Amber. It just gets a little too much for me.
There you go. Yes.
Especially the bed scene.
Amy and Melissa, what do you say?
Well, for one, slightly unrelated, but cool to know, Blondie's still in publication. They're still making new issues of it. Yep. There's just read one where Dagwood's at a diner and the cook at the diner is telling him he's to celebrate 2025, he's invented a really, really hot chili.
And hijinks ensue.
Hijinks usually do.
They usually do. So great to know that that's still going strong. That's
Are you sure they weren't hijink? They were hijinkies?
Hijinkies. It's a nice cover. I don't like the trade dress as much as the previous books, but it's still fine. It's not as cool as the lady with the rifle defending everything, but the cows running there are pretty cute. That's a pretty cute cow. I think I'll give this I'll give it an 8. Yeah, at least an 8.
All right. Melissa?
I think I give it about an 8 too. The horses are really well painted. Trade dress isn't spot on, but it's like a lot of things went right. 8.
All righty. How about you, Eric?
I think I'm going to give this a 10. Nice sky in the background.
That is a pretty sky.
Clouds creeping onto the logo, which is impressive.
All
Is there a
right.
pop up in the foreground? Hopefully not.
Cloblops? Oh no.
In the foreground?
Should need some monkeys, but no.
That would help.
Can't
What
make
about-
any more of a 10.
What about monkeys riding Cloblops?
That's too amazing. That's like,
Yeah.
yeah, setting
It
your
would-
eyes on that might be like looking at God. I would not trust that. Dark Admiral says 10 and Ethereal says 8. All righty. And then we have Marani saying Bobby Benson, well-rendered Western cover, sells a book to target audience, score a Cowboy 10. Ollie Pong says that's a 10 for me. I do apologize, but I'm sleeping here. All righty. Have a good one, man. You take care. Be safe. 10, always good to see you, Western, says Ice Tops. And then we have an 8 from One Slick and a 7 from the library. 8 and a 7. And then we've got an 8 from Michael Taylor saying very cool cover and detail. Alrighty. And then we have nice painting of the Cisco Kid and Poncho. It's an awesome cover. Give it a 9, says Henry. Alrighty. Next up, 10 from MK. And One Slick Cloud. I thought that was smoke from the Rider's Gun. That's what I'm thinking too. After he fired her to get the herd moving. The Cloud is nice, but it's actually gun smoke. I'm falling asleep here too. Good night, folks. Take care, says Maranya. All right. And let's see. We got the let's get the stop.
I happen to know his gun jammed. That's a Cloud.
Oh, okay. Eric was there. He could tell you. And Desert Rose gives this a 10. Alrighty, and let's see what we got here, kids. We've got 1 7 taking out one of those 7 10s, and then we got 7 8s taking out the last 6 10s and the 1 9, and this is an 8. Alrighty, there we go. Any last minute votes? We'll actually, if it's on the right side, we'll actually save this, or put it up to 9. But there you go. All righty, and this is where they're placed, ladies and nope, you can't see shit because I've got it blocked. This is where everything is placed. As usual, we go through everything and figure out what is going to be in the brackets. Let's start this thing off. We've got All-American Sports Magazine on the 7s, as well as Flash Gordon. So it's all I need to know is your favorite. So it's either sports or Flash. Let me get the go for 7 in the chat. Go for 7. All righty. And you lead us off there, RDV.
All right.
All I need to know is your favorite on the 7s.
Jamaican bobsled team.
The Jamaican bobsleds. All righty. How about you, Melissa and Amy? And let me pop that up for Melissa real quick.
Oh, bless you.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
That is the All-American Sports Magazine.
All America. There's one.
All righty. And then the other one was Flash Gordon.
Oh, I think I'll go with the Jamaican bobsled team.
Okay, there you go. It's All-American.
Rolling Stone.
Okay, what you going to do? All righty. Eric, what do you say?
Yeah, man.
Okie dokies. And you know what? It's unanimous among us. All right. So Michael Taylor saying Flash, so is Library, and the best is the sports, says Ice Tops. Okay, so we've got 2 Flash, 1 sports. I don't exactly know how many people are still doing this, so I'm going to put the stop. If there's a late vote, just put it right on in there. Whoop, Ethereal just jumped in with the sports, which makes it 7-2. All righty. And once again, if you just putting in something late, go on ahead. We will use your vote. I'm not a fan of either, says Michael. Okay. But now we're going to move to the 8s. And MK just jumped in. Slay is the best. All right. So it's 8-2. Going into the 8s, we've got, what is that? What was her name? Levine. Here you go. I'm going to show them off again. Let's see. We had the great Aunt Lavina. And then we have Murder Stalks the Mayor.
Oh, my.
And then it was Blondie and Dagwood. And then Bobby Benson and the Lost Herd. And finally, Sudden Death at Scotland Yard. What do you say, RDV?
What? Well, no, my question is why are you coming up with the rest of the books? I can't see them now.
Okay, there you go.
And yeah, I'll go with Scotland Yard.
All right. And Melissa and Amy.
I think of these, my favorite would be the Blondie and Dagwood. That I think kind of stands out. They're all nice, of course, but
Alrighty.
I like that one.
And then we've got one. Oh, and also I need to know your least favorite.
Oh,
your
right.
favorite and least favorite.
Oh, you want my least favorite? Okay.
Yeah.
That old lady in the first one.
Alrighty. And how about you, Amy? What's your least favorite?
That's right. I was still trying to figure out what that book was about. I guess Aunt Levine, maybe.
Maybe she was a nightmare. Like it's basically her coming in the house. She just made everybody uncomfortable.
How about Melissa? What is the best and worst of the 8s?
I mean, the technical draftsmanship with the old lady is very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also kind of disturbing. Might be the point. It might not be the point. It's hard to say how to handle that. But I enjoyed the Blondie and Dagwood. My least favorite.
Bless you.
Bless you. Maybe it's the one with the old lady in it.
Alrighty. Eric, what do you say?
Best I think is the Mare. And
That was a pretty good one.
the worst is Blondie and Dagwood.
Alrighty. And for me, I like the Blondie and Dagwood, but to me, the best is the one that most people have said is the worst, and that's the Levine, the Aunt Levine. I just think that is wickedly.
It is interesting.
Yeah, the worst to me is because of the trade dress. Looks like somebody stamped it.
Yeah, I was kind of on that too.
I got to go with the Bobby Benson. The Western just doesn't sit for me because it looks like it's stamped. All right, so Library is saying the best is Blondie and the worst is Aunt Lavina. Alrighty. And then let's see, Horses and Scotland Yard, says Ethereal. Okay, so that's the Bobby Benson, and then the Scotland Yard is the worst. And best is Western, worst is Blondie, and that is from Ice Tops. And then we've got Mayor is the best, Blondie worst, not crazy about any of them. All right, well, let me ask you something. Do you enjoy this? Because my plan is to go. We're just going to do a different year every season. But are you enjoying the Platinum at all, or is it just a wait until Golden Age comes in? That's the question. Best is Mayor, worst is the first, says MK. All righty. The Mayor being the second. All righty. And once again, I'm going to get the stop. If there's a last minute, just let me know. All right. What about you, Amy, and especially you, because I know you're the artist and the group. Are you enjoying looking at these Platinum Age books that we have done?
I love the history of seeing how art's progressed throughout the time. I think it's really interesting. So from that perspective, I think it's really it's cool. There's like a wider variety of subjects that are represented, which is also kind of neat.
True.
And just to see how, you can even kind of tell how printing sort of evolved since then, and how different styles of trade dress came around. It's cool. And I do have to give the Flash Gordon character here a little credit. The aliens have bangs. Not many aliens have bangs. Very.
All righty. That's funny. Okay, it's 5-4. So we are, that's where it needs to be. And there we go. All righty. So this is the way it went. There was 1 positive and 5 negatives to Aunt Levine. The Scotland Yard blinked itself out with 1 positive, 1 negative. Then we had 2 that ended up being 1. And number 4, which was the Western, had 2 positives, 1 negative. And Blondie and Dagwood had 3 positives, 2 negatives, leaving the best of the bunch being the mayor at 3 positives, no negatives. Now let's move to the 9 where we have Detective Weekly and Mickey Mouse. Let me put the go for 9. And once again, when it's only 2, all I need to hear is, personally, I'm not really a big fan of these early covers, but I can still have fun with them for what they are. And it is looking at something you've never seen before. Like Amy said, there's a bit of history going on. Even though and look, I'm the same way. A lot of these covers, if you compare them to covers today, they just don't hold up.
I agree. Who the heck is Mickey Mouse?
Exactly, but it's still really cool to see where everything began. That's one thing. That's why one of the reasons why I started doing this, because I don't want to give up going through the older books. All right, so let me get the go for 9. Alrighty, and all I need to know is your favorite RDV, Mickey Mouse or Detective. Oh, beforehand, let me do this again because I thought it was helpful the last time. This is Detective Weekly. And this is the Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, Mickey Mouse.
All right. And
I just like it. I just like the fact that he's either stealing or he's gonna go off a cliff.
All right. How about you, Amy and Melissa?
Oh, I love this Mickey. The nice bright colors and everything, and
It's
the
very cheerful.
watercolor work in it.
All right. Eric?
I'm trying to imagine what the other one looks like.
Oh, let me show you.
But no, I that one.
All right.
Wait,
Okay.
one of these on an 8-second delay, though. You meant Mickey, though.
Okay. So we have 3 for the bright and shiny Mickey Mouse and 2 for the darker shadowed Detective Weekly. Dark Admiral saying Mickey, but Michael Taylor is saying the detective. 9 are both beauties. Leave as is because I can't decide. Beautiful contrast with this pair. Love them both.
Mhm.
All righty. So that's a vote for Mickey. And then we have best detective. Worst is Mickey, says Ice Top. All right. And then I've changed my mind. Best is Detective Weekly, says the library. Okay, so I'll take away that one for Mickey. And put it there. And then the dark horror is best, says MK. All righty. There we go. If there's any last minute bids or votes, please just tell us. And if it changes anything, we will change it. All righty. There we go. Got the stop. And the winner, 6-4, is Detective Weekly. All righty. There we go. And now let's get to the 10s.
Oh,
And
man.
once again, since there's 3, I'm going to need your favorite and least. So let's go for 10. And hold on just a sec. Let me see what I'm dealing with here. We've got 10s, which is Monkeys, Sin, and Western. All righty, RDV, which one?
I'll go with Best Western. Is my favorite.
All right.
And my least favorite is the middle one.
Okay, Dr. Sin. Okay, Melissa and Amy, what says ya?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, I would say Dr. Sin is pretty easily my least favorite of all.
Okay. And we're going to need to know your favorite and least favorite, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat.
Right. But I mean, that Western cover is so cool. But monkeys. Oh, man.
Can I see the monkeys?
Oh, can Melissa see the pictures?
I've seen the Western and the Dr. Sin one. I just read the one with the
She
monkeys.
hasn't seen the one with the monkeys. Oh, hello?
Okay. So the best is the monkeys?
Oh, Alyssa was wondering if she could see the monkey picture.
Oh,
She
that's right. I didn't show these off first. I apologize. Let's see. We have, this is the first one. This is the Bedtime Tales with the monkeys. All righty. And then we had Dr. Sin, or Dr. Yin Sin is the second one. And the third one was the Big Western book.
Oh.
Right?
I'm gonna go Big Western for favorite, Dr. Jensen for least. I think there's just the bright yellow energy, and I just kind of like the determination and the energy being given from the lady with the shotgun.
Okay.
I understand why you're kind of torn between the
know,
shotgun
right?
and the lady with the monkeys.
All right. How about you, Eric?
Man, this is tough.
Right?
I mean, monkeys,
Right. You know?
but
Mm-hmm.
what I'm going monkeys my favorite, and I guess Doctor. I hate everybody's piling on this one, which is a damn good cover, but
It
that's
is.
not my favorite.
Put
All right.
together monkeys and
It's just not the favorite among these three. That being said, I agree with Eric, the monkeys, but I disagree with Eric, the Western. I actually like the Dr. Jensen second best. All righty, so let's go to the chat where Dream Realm is saying monkeys for the win, and I don't like the green guy with a gun. Basically saying monkeys and Dr. Jensen. Then we've got Ice Top saying monkeys best, Yin worst. Alrighty, and then we have MK, the chick with the monkeys is the best. The worst is Dr. Jensen. And then we've got Ethereal, monkeys and Dr. Sin. I'm noticing a pattern. The best is the rifle. The worst is the. Well, I think we know what lost this round. This is tough. Monkey's the best for the humor. The middle is the worst. All good though. That is true. It is all good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Eric Brennan RV suggested covers based on artists. I could easily do 4 episodes. Yeah, we're not doing 4 episodes. I think we've already done Gil Kane though.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah. So if you could think of, we've done Gil Kane, we've done George Perez,
No Ramita Senior.
we've done John Romita, and we did a father-son team as well. Bushimas. We did this. We did the Bushimas.
I don't
So you
think we
gotta
did
pick
that.
up. Got to pick somebody different.
I don't think we did Ramita Senior.
We didn't do Ramita, but we did do the Bishimas, both of them.
Bersama.
Sure, let's go with that. All righty, so Dark Admiral, best Amy Sure Shot, and the least is Old Time Radio. Okay, so that's the best is the Western, and the least is Dr. Sin. And then we've got P.S. It's toughy because Monkey Woman cover seduces. I learned that England Teen likes a variety of cover titles. That is true. Nick Carty says, "Oh, that's one we haven't done. One skipped Admiral. Did we skip out Dark Admiral? No, I said best Amy Sure Shot. Least old. I remembered. I got you. Kurt Swan seems like it'd be a good one. No worries, you guys pick the artist. No problemo. Henry I didn't even say, I said, Henry, we're going to put your name with others and then we choose whichever one the chat wants. But Henry's like, sure, let's go pick the artist. Pick an art. You know what? Okay, I'll tell you something. I'll pick an artist for you. And it's somebody that that nobody else picks. And now I forgot his name. God damn it. Creator of Plastic Man. What's his name there, Eric? Starts with
Jack
a C.
Cole.
Jack Cole. Jack Cole. Yes. That would be awesome. All righty. So here we go. We know actually, this is pretty easy because it was leaning one side. Let's move Dr. Jensen over, and this is the way it goes because it is 7 positives, no negatives for the lady with the monkeys. We've got 4 positives, 1 negative for the Western. And we have 11 negatives, no positives for Dr. Jensen. So what we got is number 12, Flash Gordon. Number 11 is the All Sports Magazine. Aunt Irvine or Nerva, whatever her name was, is number 9, right? 12, 11, 10. 9 is Scotland Yard. 8 is The Lost Herd. 7 is Dagwood and Blondie. 6 is The Mayor. 5 is Mickey Caruso. 4 is Detective Weekly. 3, Dr. Jensen. 2 is the Western. And number 1 is Lady with the Monkeys. I don't even care what the real title is. Something about all love.
I don't know.
But there you go. All righty. You kids have that is that. I'm have no idea what I'm saying anymore.
You're saying
Okay.
goodnight.
Am I saying goodnight? Well, there you go, gang. Let me at least tell you what's going on. Tomorrow we're doing an auction. I'm working on it right now. Unfortunately, I didn't show off the books first, but we got some great stuff. I've got some new big dogs. You're going to see some of the older stuff. What are some of the other things that I popped in? Oh goodness gracious, I can't remember a damn thing now. Oh, some Dazzler. We've got some shit. I'm just working on them. I can't remember the
We've got
titles.
some shit.
We've got some shit. We've
Those
got
will
some
sell
real shit.
great.
Yeah. I can't, my mind. I'm trying to give you guys incentive to show up tomorrow. We got some great books. Please do. I can't remember except for that. Got first appearance Grimjack. That's good. But so yeah, there you go, gang. And on Sunday, it's Legion of Superheroes, the 1970s version. All right, so please check that out as well. Did you ever think of pitting the best Ek number category? The best of Ek.
Each,
Number.
I'm guessing, is what he meant to say there, but
Did you ever think
Oh,
of pitting?
best of each category. I guess, like the
horror ones, the Christmas ones. I think you did it outside the brackets, don't you?
Yeah, the bracket
we-
matches at the end of the season.
Yeah, at the end of every season, we put together like the 16. We do 16 seasons, and at the end, we do a bracket fight, putting the best of each in. As a matter of fact, that we're sending Woman with the Monkeys. That's the first entry, or second. That's the second entry into the bracket fights, going against the best of what we decided for the Detective Comics, which I believe was. I'm trying to look here.
So,
Oh, it was the guy creeping up on the dude on the radio. Yeah.
my question is, when did the bracket fight winners go against each other?
Season 16.
Okay.
That way we have one. Yeah. So there you go. Oh yeah. Thank you for reminding. What was the result of tonight's poll?
Oh,
So let me end this and
It
we'll
was tied.
Well, you know what? I'm a very easygoing guy. We had 25 votes, and thank you very much to everybody who participated. Golden Age Adventure Comics, as much as I want to do that, keeps losing. That got 7%. 28 went to Silver Age Aquaman, and 31 went to Johnny Quest and Moon Knight. So I'm just going to put them both in. It
Johnny
will
Quest
be-
and Moon Knight? That'd
Yeah.
be an interesting crossover.
Johnny
yeah,
Quest-
well, it'll be different shows.
Oh, okay.
Episode 146 is going to be Johnny Quest, and episode 147
it'll be
is going-
Johnny Knight and Moonquest.
yes, is going to
I
be
will read that book.
Moon Knight 1980.
Quest.
And let's see. Then we have tomorrow we'll do a poll for 148, and then Sunday, and then Tuesday for 149. 150 is 150 covers, issues 150, which I already have about 20 or so picked out. So
You know,
yeah,
we should do Bernie Wrightson covers. We still haven't done those.
yeah, one day we'll do Bernie Wrightson. Hey, there you go. You want Henry to revisit the Bernie Wrightson stuff? Maybe actually pick Bernie Wrightson covers. Yeah, there you go. All righty, gang. You kids have a great time. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. See you.
Good night.
Later.
Fun times.
good night, kids.